I didn't manage to snag a PlayStation 5 and will not be paying a scalper either. I want a PS5 digital edition and I'm not paying more than 400 euros. I mean that. Like, comment, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to see more content on this channel. It really helps a ton and I seriously appreciate it. What this actually translates to is me not being able to play Demon's Souls at launch, and by the time I get a PS5, other games will likely have priority. Don't get me wrong, I still want a PlayStation 5 as soon as possible, but I won't be able to buy one until it is more or less readily available. It's not the end of the world, obviously. As long as I have one before Guilty Gear Strive is out, I'll be fine waiting it out. Demon's Souls isn't a new game, so I'm not really that worried about getting spoiled or anything. But it's still a shame that even though people are willing to give Sony their money, Sony is intent on screwing them over whilst enabling scalpers. This is actually not how things usually play out with me. With the exception of the Switch, I don't think I ever even bought a new system at launch. Going back to the PS3 because everything before that is stuff that was bought with my parents' money, which doesn't really count. So yeah, the PS3. I bought that when Devil May Cry was released, Devil May Cry 4 that is. I bought a PlayStation Vita for the release of Project Eva F, the Wii U for Bayonetta 2's Japanese release, and the PS4 a few months after Bloodborne's release. Handhelds are the same, mainly because it's extremely rare that a launch game is of any interest to me. Until a game I'm actually interested in hits the market, a year or more has usually gone by already. That Demon's Souls turned out to be a launch title, like, what? A real game? Usually it's bargain bin games like Knack, or mainstream roster refresh games like FIFA, or Call of Duty or some other shit even. Point is, the launch lineups for a new system are never of any interest to me. That also means I'm not really waiting to purchase the console, I simply don't want it yet. This time around it's different because I really want to play Demon's Souls, and with the holidays coming up, which means having a lot of free time, you can feel this little nagging feeling in the back of your head telling you, reminding you, that you could buy one for 5 million euros from eBay. Obviously common sense then kicks in and you think about what 5 million euros could buy you, and yes, 4.6 million cans of Red Bull Sugar Free are a lot better, so screw the scalpers. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I've been playing a lot of Granblue Fantasy lately, the MOBA game, and I'm really enjoying it. I have made so many mistakes on my account early on though, wasting gold or Damascus bars, XP grinding, wasting tons of crystals and cerulean stones instead of sparking, and much more. While I have no interest in abandoning that account completely, that's what all my GBS serial codes went into after all, I did start a new account. I'm calling this an NPG challenge, which stands for No Premium Gacha Challenge. All it really means is that unless the Premium Gacha page has free draws, you cannot use it. This includes crystals as well as premium draw tickets. The first 7 days of free draws are okay, of course. They are free draws after all. And if any other free draws occur in the future, those would be fine as well. I am currently limiting myself to only the Rupee Gacha, but I might decide to eventually use those tickets over here as well, since they are technically also outside of the Premium Gacha draw. I might make a few videos about this, but I didn't want to spam my channel with Granblue Fantasy unless it's Granblue Fantasy Versus. So instead, I created a blog. It's still relatively barren, with only 2 posts up at the time of writing this. The design of the blog is also still in limbo, as I will absolutely need to buy a theme. The free ones simply don't cut it. If you feel like following my MPG challenge journey, give my blog a visit at huntersgrind.com. Street Fighter V and Granblue Fantasy Versus are the only reason I even turn on my PS4 Pro these days. I still wish Granblue Fantasy Versus had a better online experience. Nah. I still wish Granblue Fantasy Versus had an online experience. There we go. That's nothing that can be fixed on my end though. Tekken 7 is something I occasionally jump onto as well. After a few rounds of getting my ass handed to me, I usually just call it quits there as well though. So really it is still Street Fighter V after all this time that I'm spending the most amount of time on, whenever I bother to turn on the PS4 Pro. I could technically get more game time out of Guilty Gear X Art Rev 2, but I think I really just rather wait for Strive to come out, or at the very least the next Strive beta. All in all, unless a miracle happens and I can get a PS5 Digital Edition at MSRP before December 20th, which would actually require an honest to goodness miracle, I'll be using my spare time on learning user skills like these. Playing my Granblue Fantasy MPG challenge and Street Fighter V and Granblue Fantasy Versus. What about you? How will you spend your time during the upcoming holidays? Did you get a PS5? Demon's Souls? What are you currently playing on your PS5 if you got one? Let me know in the comments. Share the video and don't forget to like, subscribe and to follow me on Twitch and Twitter if you're on there as well. The links to everything can be found in the description down below. As always, I would like to thank the very few of you that watched this video all the way to the end. Seriously, thank you. My name is Sasa and I will see you in the next video.